Hello there, One Kenobi here, only one. I'm making this video before the thing is back, but it's gonna. I mean, look at it. This is a fresh screen grab. I'm doing this at 20 past 8, and in a minute I'm gonna cut back to some other narration I did earlier than this. Just jumping around with my edits on this, because I'm watching it as it goes, but I'm gonna be honest with you and say I'm surprised because, you know, it backed a long time ago, and I'll tell you when that was, when it hit 8,000, but I really thought it would limp to the finish line, to the 17k to get the full set, but it has made it. It hasn't even got there yet, but it's gonna, and there's more to say. But anyway, just wanted to firstly open by showing you a fresh new screen grab. I'm doing this at 20 past 8 on the 6th of September 2023, and it's hitting. Let me just do another refresh, actually, that'd be interesting. Bear with me. Yeah, 16,865. So there it is, and it's got 8 hours left and 38 minutes. Looking good. But now I'm going to take you on a little journey and a discussion on this thing. And if I scroll through my uploads, I'll tell you when it backed. That was... God. Right, so I did a video a month ago. Let's have a look at that. And that was, God, 25th of July. And it hit 8,000 then, so that was good. But then for a long time it plateaued, stopped. And I will reiterate stuff I saw in my own channel comment section, people saying, yeah, I'm gonna wait till the end, I'm holding off. So there's different people involved with backing the Ghost. There's people like myself who have backed it, and I've backed it a long time ago, and I backed it once. There was no way I was going to get 2 of these because I'm already lumbered with a spare Razor Crest, which takes up a lot of space. I always find space for loose things. You know, if I open figures or vehicles, I put them in my collection room, no problem. And it's not that big, my collection room. It's not a huge room or anything, but, you know, there's ways around these things, you know. But storing things, hoarding big boxes of stuff, man, I don't have the capacity for that. Anyway, back on task. I'm going to give you a little journey now, and I'm going to show you a few screen grabs because I did my first videos on the Ghost back at the end of July, and then I left it. I've not engaged in any of it. I've not been on Facebook and looked at any conversations. I've just thought, well, it backed at 8,000. Good. Whatever happens, I'm going to be getting a massive, amazing vehicle from Haslab. Done. One thing that did concern me was that we wouldn't get the whole cast of characters, all these carded, the tiers, the crew, with those lovely card backs that are based on the mosaic, not mosaic, what's the word now? Mural, the mural that's from Rebels and from the new Ahsoka series, I guess. And I don't know, there was something horrible about that. I just thought, well, at least we're going to get a great vehicle, and that's what it's all about, really. But as a carded collector, ladies and gentlemen, I was quite interested in getting those figures. They will go nicely in my carded room. But I sort of resigned myself to thinking, well, we'll get 1 or 2 of them. Because I didn't think it would back. Because you got people like me who only want 1 of them. Then you've got people who are just not interested whatsoever. I know a lot of people who aren't going to back it because they are just not into that type of Star Wars. They are very faithful to the original trilogy. Even though myself, I see ties with the original trilogy with this. It's interwoven. Even with the latest episode of Ahsoka, which I thought was excellent, by the way, episode 4, I loved that shot of the Rebel fleet, and you did actually get your first shot of the Ghost in this. You got it flying out of the hangar, and then it was joined by a load of X-Wings, which I thought was epic, and then boom, they're all in light speed. But you saw it in the hangar bay as well, a bit like, I want you to take her. I mean it, take her. She's the fastest ship in the fleet. You know that conversation with Lando and Han in the hangar of one of those Rebel cruisers, and you see the Falcon sat there, and you see the Tidarium and an A-Wing as well. It kind of gave me throwbacks to that. I loved it. So I liked the episode of Ahsoka. And there you go. It was about time they showed the Ghost, and maybe people are now jumping on who saw it there and are now interested. Or, again, these fence sitters, people who were thinking, oh, I'll wait till the end. And Tim from Bosk's Bounty weeks ago said to people, don't wait, back it now. Why not? If you want it and you know you want it, get your number in the hat. So I'm just glad to see that the numbers are rising at a really good rate. Really fast, actually. At the time of making this video, that was the number. By the time this is uploaded, I don't know when that will be. It'll be well on course for 17k. And then apparently there's other numbers they will add as well. I've got a good friend of mine at a source who's saying that they haven't added the outside seller numbers yet. Now, obviously, when we had the Razor Crest, it was the sales were on Zavi. Was Hasbro Pulse not fully launched then? I can't remember the details now. But obviously, even with Hasbro Pulse up and running, there's still obviously other outlets, I guess. I don't know the full details, but still, they will add that all at the end. But at the minute, the numbers are rising. These are people who've been waiting, I guess, right for the end, and they're thinking, oh, right, we better get it in. But this is good. I'm so excited. If you are someone who's backed it, congratulations. If you're someone who hasn't backed it, firstly, commiserations, because it might be a financial thing. You know, people's circumstances differ. You might be in a position where you couldn't back it. Work, life circumstances, whatever. And it is a large chunk of money, that. That's why I'm not buying two. It's a lot of money. That would be $1,000. For what? To hold on to one, to then punt it on in a 2 or 3 years' time. It might not even go up that much in value. But anyway, if you were able to back it, and you are still jumping on board now, and you are going for it, and it crosses 17k, that's better for all of us now, because we're going to get the full ball of wax, the full set of figures, and fantastic. Really exciting. Do you know what? After hitting the targets of 17k, and we get the full set and every tier, then you can also send a subsequent message to Hasbro if it keeps pumping past that marker. Because they could have always set the marker at 20k, but I think they're just cautious, aren't they, after 2 disappointments? You know, what with the Rancor and then the Reaver lightsaber, which is a dreadful idea. You can then hit home the truth, which, just like the Razor Crest, with massive support, this is a really strong scale to produce Star Wars action figures, vehicles in. It's the original, goddammit, and look how good it's doing, especially in this crowdfunding arena. Bring it on. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last thing I'm going to say now. This has been such a weird video to make, because parts of what you've heard just now I recorded way before it backed, and then just in the process of editing the video, it backed. And now I'm going to do this outro and scrap what I originally had, because I just want to talk from the heart now after it is backed and say, and show you the last screen grab of the night, which is at 21:18, 20 past 9 at night, 9 p.m. UK time. And there's 7 hours and 41 minutes to go. And it's on 17,368. So this is just great. It's obviously backed. It's obviously in the bag, or backed, done, dusted. But the final thing that you can do now is hit home a message to Hasbro in the final time. If it keeps backing and going, or the numbers add in from the other sources, it will only strengthen the case for this scale. I love it. 3 3/4 inch is my scale. It would just be fascinating to see where it ends up. So I will do another video on this tomorrow and talk about the final ending goal. But just for now, let's just rejoice. It's backed, and I can't wait to see where it'll actually end, because I've got a friend who thinks it could get to 20k. If that happens, then I'll be well impressed. You know who you are, mate. I'm not going to say your name publicly now, but if it does make it, we'll celebrate your prediction, mate. But anyway, for now, that is all I'm going to say. Great news. Congratulations, 3 3/4 inch. Congratulations, you, if you've backed it. And actually, if I get this video up, you will see it well before it finishes, which has got, as you saw, 7 hours to go. Get yourself one. You know you're going to get the full set now. Nothing to lose, except for £500 of your money, but that'll be money well spent, because it's going to be amazing, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's a lot of money, but still, it will be a good product, and you're going to get the full set of figures with it. Do it! I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.